Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the House Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada built Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Beavers will put total leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Tide will get the first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. He's got his man. Hard running there. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistent.
Open runway ahead. Big gain on that as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, what a huge gain, and this offense is so frustrating to defend because you got that guy who's not a quarterback. He's a running back. Call him what he is, makes the big play, chews up a chunk of yardage before you ever know what hit you.
Finds his big tight end. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. You find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. So Oregon State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. You know, yards figure to to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Coming after him, trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Makes a man miss. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes to the 9. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The official says no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Terrell. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Breaking out the jet sweep. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
You know this defense was practicing a game plan for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Alabama. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
14, Oregon State, 0.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Back to throw, it's Terrell. Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Wants to throw on second down. He'll fire to his right. It's complete. A huge pickup. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. The Beavers want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Terrell. Makes the catch. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Trying to bully their way in. Knocked off his feet.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player up.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Beavers!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line.
If I can get you guys to fucking play some
This
fucking
offense is like running a
defense, I'll be all
perfection
right.
drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Back to pass, it's Maddox. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Jacksonville State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Liberty. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Usually see better.
Come on, guys. Y'all are fucking killing me with this shit. Y'all are wide
well behind him. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Got his man quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
The Beavers are on the move. Back to throw, it's Terrell. He'll try to do it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback will audible. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Using the quick game. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all over. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Trying to punch it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Dropping back, it's Terrell. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run. Here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place.
Let's go.
I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more.
He's going to fire deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And
that nigga wide open, he underthrows the ball. Like, get the fuck out of here.
To give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Pryor. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Lets it go to the end zone.
Come on, Dolly.
And it's caught. Touchdown tie.
We right there.
That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want.
We right there for the pick. Attack the ball.
Make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man,
let them niggas go in 18 seconds.
Into it. Now the other team better respond.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a deep man. And it's caught inside the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Terrell. Pocket starts to collapse. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis.
Ready to start the second half, Alabama will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way
Right.
and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy
Right.
balance
3
between being
turnovers.
really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
To the air on first down. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. This time they were
That nigga was nowhere near me.
and stop him short of that first down. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Fourth down.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Terrell. He'll pull it down and run. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. The give from the gun. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Feeling some heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Hit as he throws.
Right, like, come the fuck on, guy.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. The RPO, it's complete. And he's running in the open. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found some daylight,
nobody hits him.
Time to make a house call. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown.
With the entire fucking distance.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Terrell. They're trying to get to it.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
On second down, looking to throw. He'll pull it down. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Beavers are flying down the field. He's going to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
The Beavers will snap it on first and 10. Leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Beavers are in the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Nigga just jumped over my nigga.
Heat coming in, it burns him up. Another sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. makes a run in the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes that Alabama offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. He leaves it with his back. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Rides to the back. And he'll pick up the first
Man, we had a
down,
nigga
but
in the
he
hole,
got
dog.
drilled on that tackle. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Gain of 2. Brings up second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now he's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Pryor. And
We need a turnover on fucking downs, dog.
After that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Alabama pushing the tempo.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Buffalo went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Bulls always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far...
Going downfield for the big play. And they can't.
Bro, he's way faster. He's way faster than
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Terrell. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
On the run, still looking. Got a big paw on it, and the tip drill pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football. Just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And I can't even challenge it. Wow.
Rolls onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops.
Right, he's right there, can't even get the pick. Like, come on, bullshit, right? Right there, can't even get the pick.
Field payoff with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity?
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Offense getting set for 1st down. Touch pass on the right. Running with power. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately
rotating
when you see that motion.
Oh, I can't wait to get the niggas I want to. He's trash.
Offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They move the tight end all over. Trying to pound their way in.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He just missed the target on that one.
Yeah, I don't believe he just missed it.
This guy must feel like he's really
bullshit-ass
in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Getting some heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. Makes the grab, and a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? The ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure coming. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Terrell. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it go. He caught it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. First down here for the offense. They want that clock to run. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run it. Fighting off the defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? Drag him down after a good return on the interception. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix on offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College